For nearly 30 years, this incredible group of people has been making the journey to dive on northern Vancouver Island. Over the decades, people have come and gone, but the friendships built on these trips has stood the test of time. This year was especially memorable, with members of the original group returning to relive old memories, create new ones, and share the experience with non-diving partners who finally got to see what makes these trips so special. If you're diving in the waters around Wayton Passage, you are in one of the best cold-water nudibranch habitats in the world. While tropical nudibranchs get attention for their vivid colors, the Pacific Northwest is home to more than 200 species, many of which thrive in the nutrient-rich currents that sweep through the pass. The secret to their abundance is the current. The powerful tidal flows in the area bring a constant supply of plankton, feeding dense colonies of hydroids, bryozoans, sponges, and soft corals, the preferred food of many nudibranch species. For underwater photographers, Wayton is a macro paradise. Nudibranchs are often only a few millimeters to a few centimeters long, so moving slowly and scanning the sponge-covered walls and kelp holdfasts is the best approach to spotting these colorful critters. However, nudibranchs are not the only macro critters to be found. As we drift with the currents of Wayton Passage, it is easy to be captivated by the movement of fish and the towering kelp. But look closer, and an entirely different world begins to emerge. Decorator crabs are some of the most remarkable masters of camouflage in the ocean. Rather than relying on their natural shell color, they actively decorate themselves with bits of their surroundings to blend in or defend themselves. They are fascinating to watch because they almost look like walking clumps of seaweed or sponge. Sometimes a different approach is needed. When camouflage fails, hiding always works. Or you can carry your shell with you. Most prawns and shrimp are scavengers and predators. Much of their day is spent picking bits of food up from the seafloor, eating worms, small crustaceans, and dead animals, or hiding among rocks, kelp, or eelgrass to avoid predators. Covering the rocky walls are vibrant marine sponges. Although they may look like simple plants, sponges are among the oldest animals on Earth, filtering thousands of liters of seawater each day. Every pore draws in water, removing microscopic food particles before releasing clean water back into the ocean. For divers, the beauty of these waters is not found just in the colorful walls, but in the countless interactions taking place all around them. A patient observer soon discovers that every rock and patch of kelp may reveal another fascinating resident that calls these rich waters home. The cold, nutrient-rich waters support an extraordinary diversity of fish. While some species dart through the water column, many more live among the rocks, kelp, and sponge-covered reefs, perfectly adapted to life with powerful tidal currents. Among the kelp forests, kelp greenlings weave effortlessly through the fronds. Males display striking blue spots and bold markings, while females wear more subtle patterns that help them blend into the rocky seafloor. Resting motionless on the rocks are sculpins and cabezon, masters of disguise whose mottled colors mimic the surrounding reef. Rather than chasing their prey, they rely on patience, waiting for an unsuspecting crab or shrimp to wander within striking distance. In deeper crevices, the unmistakable lingcod patrols the reef. It is always a special treat when sea lions buzz by for a visit. Despite its small permanent population of around 20 residents, Telegraph Cove has become one of British Columbia's best-known historic coastal villages, combining its heritage as a telegraph outpost, logging camp, and fishing settlement with its modern role as a gateway to adventure. The village has intentionally preserved much of its early 20th century character, making it feel like stepping back in time. Staying here allows us to come back in between dives to socialize and catch some Z's. We always eat well on these trips. There are many wonderful desserts prepared for in-between dives and after dinner. One of the reasons Telegraph Cove is so famous is its location along migration and feeding routes of many marine mammals. Some critters that you are likely to see in the area include, but are not limited to, humpback whales, sea otters, sea lions, and birds. It is imperative that zippers be closed all the way before entering the water. Looks like someone is in for a cold surprise. Some places leave an impression long after you've left. Telegraph Cove and the waters of Waiton Passage are a destination that calls you back. As our time in Telegraph Cove came to an end, we leave with far more than photographs and memories. Perhaps the greatest part of the trip wasn't any single dive or wildlife encounter, but it was the joy of sharing those moments with friends.